Okay guys, in this video we're actually going to roll through the entire close the way that it should be done in a home. As always, we're going to start out with the pre-close. Let me ask you guys a question. Being that this is something that you're going to get taken care of, if not now, sometime in the near future, correct? Great. Since it's not a matter of if you're going to do it, but when you're going to do it, if I can show you a way to save a lot of money, possibly work out a price or payment that fits into your budget, is there any reason other than the price or payment you wouldn't consider it while I'm here? Great. Well, John and Mary, so to do everything, we're going to come out, we're going to install the STO 1.0. It's the softener taste plus taste and odor with catalytic carbon filtration. We're going to do that white glove service. We're actually going to come out, do a full installation. We're going to leave the area cleaner than what we found it. We're going to install the UV, give you that hospital grade clean water. You never have to worry about main breaks, boil water advisories, things like that. And then we're going to give you that RO, that purified drinking water on tap right at the kitchen sink. It actually came out to a lot better than I thought. The whole price, as the whole job as discussed, comes to just $14,267 or a monthly payment of $286 a month. Now, I have found that when it comes to doing projects like this, we have a couple types of customers. We have folks that would just write a check, put it on a credit card, or folks who want a monthly payment. When it does come time to doing this, what type of customer would you be? Is this something you just swing a check at, or something you'd be looking at a monthly payment on? Well, we'd probably be looking at a monthly payment. Okay. How does $286 a month fit into your budget? Well, to be honest, right now, it doesn't. Okay. When it comes to doing the project, whether it be with us or anybody else, how much too much is $286 a month? Oh, well, we really don't know. Well, no, that's fine. Really, when it comes to affording it, is it $86 too much? Is it $100 too much? How much too much is it before it looks affordable? It's probably about $100 too much. Okay, so if this was closer to $186 a month, then it starts to look a little bit more affordable for you? Yes, okay. And let me ask you, what is your overall opinion of the price? Oh man, it's a lot more than what we thought. Okay, before we came out here today, what were you kind of hoping something like this might cost? Oh, we really had no idea. That's just a lot. Okay, and I get that. And I mean, obviously, for that to be a lot, you had to have had some type of idea. Just realistically, what were you hoping this was going to be? I mean, honestly, we really thought this was going to be closer to $4,500. Okay, and where did you come up with that number? Well, just doing research online and looking around. Okay, no, and you're actually, you're really not far off, because when you get to looking online, a lot of these companies, what they're selling is softeners. And I'll be the first one to tell you, yeah, you can probably get a softener for $4,500 all day long. But, after seeing everything that we do, coming in and doing a true water analysis to find out exactly what's going on and what it's going to take to solve it, and then seeing that we're not just putting in a softener, we're going to put in a high efficiency softener to soften the water, but we're also going to put in that catalytic carbon tank, which is going to remove all the chlorine, the byproducts, the forever plastics, things like that. We're going to put in that UV light to completely protect your family from viruses, bacteria that could ever form inside of water. And we're giving you that bottled water on tap at the sink. Can you see how this might have been a little bit more than what you were expecting? Well, I mean, yeah. How much more? Maybe 20, 30% more? Yeah, I could see that. And that's the thing. Most people, when they actually see how much we put into this and how we're going to treat it and make sure that you never have a problem again, most people actually expect this to be somewhere around that $10, $11, $12,000 mark. We're really not that far apart though. But let me ask you, what did you love about everything that we showed you today? We love the fact that you're actually going to address all the problems. We love the fact that you know, my wife's skin's going to feel good again, that it's going to save our clothes, it's going to save our appliances. Yeah, you know, people tell us all the time that, you know, they love the fact that it's made in America. They love the fact that we give a real warranty and that we're not just going to turn around and try and sell you a system again in another 4 years. You know, if you could take anything away from it to make it cheaper, what would it be? You know, because there's a lot of things we could do to cheapen the product. We do use real catalytic activated carbon. You know, we could use the activated coconut carbon like everybody else. You're only going to get 4 or 5 years out of a system. It's not guaranteed to do anything. It's going to help you. But I mean, you wouldn't want to cheapen the product like that, would you? No. Okay, and what about that RO? You know, just knowing, I know you guys are spending a lot of money already on bottled water. I mean, you wouldn't want us to cheapen the construction of the RO or anything like that, would you? No. And having the UV, you know, knowing that your family is always protected, that you never have to worry about anything. You know, when it comes to just the way the components that we use, the things like that, you wouldn't want us to cheapen any part to make the price go down, would you? And then what about the intangibles? You know, the things you can't put a price on. Like knowing that you have clean, healthy drinking water. Knowing that when your kids are over, your grandkids come over, that you're not poisoning them with chlorine. You know? But really, we're not that far apart. You know, coming out thinking $4,500, realizing that it could be closer to 6 or 7. You know, when we take the 14,267 and we take away $7,000, that leaves us with 7,267. Now, I'm going to assume that when you guys bought this house, you took out your traditional 30-year loan. Yeah. All right, well, I'm only going to use a third of that. So if we take 7,267 and we divide that by 10, that brings it down to $726 over the next 10 years. Now, there's what, typically 12 months in a year? So 726 divided by 12 is $60 a year. And on average, there's what, 30 days in a month? So that divided by 30, $2 a day. You know, for the price of a bottle of water a day is the difference between what you were hoping something like this might cost and what it would actually take to guarantee that your house is safe from everything. Now, you wouldn't tell me my product's not worth a bottle of water a day, would you? Okay. Great. You know, and that's the thing. How did you guys hear about us? Oh, I saw you online. Okay. And has anybody in the house reached the age of 55 yet? Oh, yep, we got a senior here. Okay. And has anybody in the house ever served in the military, armed forces, first responders, EMT, doctor, nurse? Military? Great. Who'd you serve with? Awesome. So we do offer a senior and military discount, and that's going to be 10%. We'll take off $1,426. And bring the total cost down to $12,841. Now let me ask you, you know, when do you guys think you'd be able to let me know something on this? You know, probably a couple days, maybe a week. Okay, so soon. So this is definitely something that you're serious about getting done then. Oh yeah, we want to get it done. No, and that's the thing, you know, that $12,841, that price is absolutely good for 1 year, and you can call us back at any point in time and we'll be more than happy to honor that price. But when we do have somebody that is actually motivated to get this done, we are also motivated, and right now we are running 15% off for folks that are ready to get something done. So if we take the $12,841 minus 15%, whoops, that's going to take off an additional $1,926. Brings the total cost to $10,915, or a monthly payment of just $144 a month. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're just yeah, let us think about it and we'll get back to you. Okay. So what you're saying is you just got to think about it? Yeah, we just got to think about it. Okay. I can appreciate that. How long do you think you'd need to think about it? Just a couple of days. Okay, so this is definitely something you're serious about getting done then. Yeah, we're definitely serious about getting it done. Okay, great. Because when people tell me they got to think about it, there's really only a few things you're going to be thinking about. And the first one is whether or not it's even something you're going to do. Let's face it, because if it's not even something you're going to do, we're wasting each other's time, right? But, another thing you might be thinking about is when it does come to doing this and hiring a company, are we a company that you would feel comfortable doing business with? After seeing all of our accolades, 20 years in business, we've got over 1 million satisfied customers on LeafFilter. Standing behind, we got the best warranties in the industry. When it comes to hiring a company, are we somebody that you would trust to do business with? Well, yeah, we definitely trust you. The second thing you might be thinking about is whether or not you think you could find a better system. After seeing that we're going to use catalytic carbon, not just activated carbon made out of coconut shells, seeing that we're putting in a high efficiency softener that actually counts gallons and not time, it's going to save you a lot of money and just physical labor on having to put salt bags in. Putting in that UV for that hospital style protection and that RO, are you going to be thinking about whether or not you can find a better system? No, we like the system. And I hope it's not me. I hope you don't feel like you could have gotten a better rep out here. No, you're great. All right, so it's definitely something you're going to do. We're definitely the company you would trust to do it. You love the system. Heck, you even kind of like me. It sounds like really the only thing you'd be thinking about is the overall cost. Yeah, it's still just a little bit more than we thought. Yep. And that's the thing, with an additional savings of 15% or $1,926 on a project that you're going to get done anyway, can you really see a better time than now to get it done? Well, no, we want to get it done, but yeah, we're just going to have to, we're going to have to think about it. Okay, I can appreciate that. There might be a way that I could save you some additional money. It would take a little bit on our part, and it's also going to take a little bit on your part. We always try and think of ways to be efficient as a company. Every quarter, we get about 3 or 4 appointments that we're allowed to put into our flexible installation program. And being that it's the first of the month, I've been let know that we have about 3 of those available. Now, with this, I'm going to explain it to you. If it's something that works for you, let me know it works for you. If it's something that doesn't work for you, let me know it doesn't work for you. We only get 3, so I have to use them with people that would actually use them. Now, with being flexible, what that means is your installation literally could take place in as late as 4 weeks from now, or it literally could go in tomorrow. Now, if it meant saving a good amount of money, is that something that you could work with? Could you be flexible like that? It literally could be 4 weeks out, or it could be tomorrow. Well, yeah, we could probably do something like that. Okay, so let me kind of show you how this works. So right now, these lines represent all the appointments that we are running today. Now, as people purchase, they go into our installation line, and now they're in line and they're waiting to install. Today is February 6th, and we guarantee that no matter what, by March 6th, we will get your project installed. Now, what happens, and this is why I say you really got to be flexible, because we guarantee no matter what it's going to go in March 6th, but I could call my installation manager and he tells me we have an open spot right now. And if that happened, that's how flexible you could be for me. Great, because what we would do is wherever you're at in this line, inevitably what'll happen is Miss Jones, it'll be Sunday, she's scheduled to go in Monday, and she'll give me a call and she'll say, hey Jason, you know, we're scheduled to go in tomorrow, we were really looking for it, but we got COVID. Or I got called into work and I'm gonna have to reschedule. Now, this presents a two-part problem, because one, it creates a gap in our installation schedule, and unfortunately our guys don't get paid to sit around and play cards in the back of the warehouse. But also, what do we do with Miss Jones? She's already been waiting in line. It's not fair to push her to the back of the line. So what we would do is we would take somebody that's agreed to be flexible, and wherever they're at in this line, we would move them into Miss Jones's spot, and then we would move Miss Jones into their spot, and that way it keeps our installation schedule moving with no gaps. Now again, like I said, because Miss Jones isn't able to give me a lot of notice, I wouldn't be able to give you a lot of notice. And because I only get 3 or 4 of these a quarter, I can't just hand them out to everybody. You know, I can't have an installation schedule full of people that say they can be flexible. So what I'm about to propose to you, if it makes sense and you can do it, just tell me, hey, yes, we can do that. If it doesn't make sense and you can't do it, say, hey, Jason, I appreciate it, but no, we can't do that. I promise you I can take a no just as graciously as I can take a yes. I just can't take a maybe. I need to know exactly where you stand on my proposition. Fair enough? Great. So with that 10, 9, 15 and your ability to be flexible, I could actually back charge the factory an additional $1,300. And that would bring the whole project down to $96.15. It's going to work out to a monthly payment of just $127 a month. Now, if we could do that for you, can we go ahead and get you to be flexible for us? Well, you know, I mean, it really sounds good and all, but I still think it's more, you know, it's more than what we were looking for. Okay, I got you. Let me ask you a question. I'm just kind of thinking here. How many homes are in this neighborhood? Oh, there's like 75, 100. I was just thinking, you know, I have to assume that the water problems you're having in your home are going to be exactly the same for all of your neighbors, right? Let me ask you a question. If we did the job, would you be willing to let us put a yard sign out front? Well, yeah, we could do that. Do you guys have like an online community where you all talk, whether it be Facebook, Nextdoor, something like that? Oh, yeah, the neighborhood has a Facebook page. You know, if we come out and do the job and we do a good job and you're happy with us, would you be willing to give us a recommendation to all of your neighbors? Well, yeah, we could do that. And just one last thing, would you be willing to go on Google and give me a 5-star review for the appointment today and a follow-up review after it's been installed. Yeah, we could do that. All right, and the reason I ask is we work hand in hand with our marketing department, and we're always looking for, places to market. Obviously, we spend a lot of money on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, but you can't really direct market because you're just kind of blanket marketing and it's very expensive. Sometimes we look for an opportunity to be able to direct market a neighborhood, and you would actually be that opportunity. Um, and what I mean by that is if we put the yard sign out front, my hope is that your neighbors driving by, they see the yard sign. You couple that with the online image that we already have. About a week or two after the installation, I'm going to send out postcards to the whole neighborhood that say, hey, we just recently did an installation in your neighborhood. It's not going to have your name, address, phone number, or anything like that. But because I'm able to direct market like that, I would be able to charge this back to my marketing budget. And again, with the marketing budget, I have to be careful where I spend that. But if this is something that I could put towards my marketing budget instead, not only could I still save you $1,300 for being flexible, but I could save you an additional I could actually back charge marketing, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I think I can get this approved. I'll probably have to call my boss, but we'll just see. I bet I could back charge marketing $2,300 because this is a nice neighborhood. Yeah, I bet I could get him to go for that. Let me ask you. I mean, if I could save you an additional $2,300, it's 96.15. It's going to take away 2,300. It's going to bring the total price down to 73.15. Would get you a monthly payment of $96 a month. With an additional savings of $2,300 on a project that you're going to do anyway. Can you see a better time than now to get this done? Well, we just can't commit today. Damn. All right. I mean, at this point, I think I've tried just about everything. You guys sure? I mean, looking at the problems that you're having, I mean, obviously it's going to cost you a lot more money later to address it. I mean, if this is something you're going to be serious about doing, I mean, why wouldn't you want to take advantage of getting this done? Oh, well, we've got this and we've got that and we just can't. Okay. No, I completely understand. Let me give you my card. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys this. So, unfortunately, I have to mark that out. Said no. The 12,841. That price is still good for a year. So, you can definitely call us back. I mean, it'll be the 12,841. And I'll just kind of get out of your hair here. Let me ask you just one more question. When I leave here today, I got to call my boss and just, tell him, kind of go over it on, what I think the real reason, what's the real reason you're not moving forward today? Well, it's still just more than what we thought it was going to be. I mean, just right now, things are really tight, and we really thought it was going to be $4,500, and it's just, it's still just way more than what we were expecting. Okay, I can appreciate that. You know, let me just look at one more thing here. You know, if I could get this, and again, I don't know if I can, I'd have to call my manager. It's going way down there. But if I could get this to $5,600, would literally be $74 a month. Way less than what you told me earlier was affordable. If I can get this to $5,600, can I earn your business? Yeah, I think we could do that. Guys, that is how you work from rollout all the way down to cost. Now, the thing about it is when you do it like that, you're going to have people that buy here at that coupon incentive. You're going to have people that buy after you've done Lyric for the first time. You're going to have people that buy once you've done that flexible installation discount. Every one of those discounts that I did, I was still above par. The last discount, where I took it down to $73.15, that was my last stop at par. That was my last opportunity for me to try and make an 8% commission. At that point, my last drop's going to be all the way down to cost to sell the deal. They're not calling me back. It's not worth going back to. I want the next one. I want to ensure that I have leads coming in that I can run to where my focus stays looking out the front windshield, not the rear view mirror. That's how you work through the close. Now I'm going to put some other videos together going through and phasing it down. This one, I just wanted to give you a clear idea of how to be able to walk all the way down to cost. Because if you do it the way I just did, you're gonna have people that buy along that route. But the closing sequence should be all 12 steps. The close is not step 1 through step 5 and we leave. The close is step 1 through step 12 and then we leave. We give them every opportunity to make a purchase. The thing I like about water is there's a lot of takeaways in being able to phase the job down, being able to take out a UV, being able to take out an RO and bring the price down like that. But we want to kind of hit them with a high price. That brings up the price expectation, because if I hit you with $14,000 and I take out a UV and an RO, well, now $8,000 doesn't sound so bad for that STO. But if we open up at $8,000 on an STO, it doesn't matter what you open up at, it's too much money. It's too expensive. But we're going to gauge what their perceived value of what we're offering is.